from the heart of Victoria here in Melbourne. Welcome to Amy Park for your Monday night footy clash, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. It is going to be Mike Borsons and the Newcastle Knights taking on Will Kay and the Melbourne Storm. Both teams undefeated and both teams planning to leave this game the same way, without a loss to their name to start the first 3 rounds. And joining me in the box for tonight's game, my good mate Tyrone Clay and Tyrone. The Storm off the back of a bye week. They're fresh, they're fully recharged, but they're coming up against a Newcastle Knights side that has started the season 2-0, and they're coming off a big 30-6 win over the Raiders last week.
Yeah, Sonny, the Knights playing some really good football, undefeated so far, but tough test against the Storm, and they did beat your Sharks, unfortunately, in the first round, and then had the bye. So both teams looking to keep their undefeated runs going for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was the defense of the Storm that really got the Sharks in round 1, and I got to find that out firsthand. Thank you for reminding me, Tyrone. But they are fully recharged, full set of batteries, coming off the bye against a Knights side that just put the ringers on the Raiders last week in Newcastle. And this man right here, keep an eye out for Dom Ponkston. He's going to be a huge X factor for this Knights side, as always, alongside Mike Borsons, who actually scored a try as well last week. So maybe those two will be good value for the Muzbet on anytime try scorers. But here we go, the action is underway. Mike Borsons draw pass to Bradley Parks. Bradley Parks, first touch of the footy, and he gets him shy of the red zone. 5th and last, 44 gained on this set. The Newcastle Knights will play the ball. Where will they go? Double pass. Borsons to Butterfield. Butterfield just sends it high. Maverick Oldfield is there and waiting, and he catches that one. Cool as you could ask. Taken by Lee Simon. And Tyrone, we've got a sold-out Amy Park for the first Storm home game of the season. What are you expecting from them this season? And who do you think are going to be the standouts for this Melbourne side?
Oh, well, the standout is obviously their captain, their leader, Will Kay. He's coming off an historic season. I'm pretty sure he did win the SimVP honours, so he'll be looking to back it up with another SimVP, he'd hope. But Melbourne recruited well in the off-season, didn't get rid of many players, kept the same squad, and I think they'll be up there again as per usual, and maybe they can go one better from last season.
Yeah, they're going without Riley Murray, who's captain of the Tigers now, and they're also going without Blake Harris, who's returned to his hometown of Townsville to play for the Cowboys. But great retention from the Storm side, and for the Newcastle side, under the Mike Borsons era, they are 2-0 to start, and you couldn't have asked for a better start if you're Newcastle. But with all due respect to the other two teams that they've played, I think this is going to be the real heavyweight challenge to get a gauge on how the Knights can compete with some quality sides, these top sides like Melbourne. And it's going to be a great game. It's already been that way so far. No points to be scored, but Mike Borsons will send it downfield, and he's going towards the wing of Kobe Kelly. Kobe Kelly on the return. Another Victorian SRL product. And him and Blake Harris, you could even say, made the swap, the exchange in the off-season. And it'll be good to see Kobe really thrive here at the Storm. We know how good they are, and you know the X factor he can bring. I think he's a very good long-range specialist. When we talk about the wingers in the SRL, I'll rate him up there with Michael Crimp. Shout out to my mate Crimpy. But 4 tackle now, the Storm inside 40-20 territory. They won't go for it though. Jack Jimmy just swings it out wide to TBK. TBK's got space on the left edge. Mike Borsons is there to bring him down. Sorry, Mike Borsons. Dom Ponkston, 5th and last at the 20. The home side, they put the bomb up through Will Kay, and he makes a mistake there. Maybe a bit of jet lag, travelling all the way from India just to play for this game. He's got to go back tonight. But Tyrone, that's not the way that you want to concede possession, and just as soon as they grab it, they give it back, and the Storm get the ball, courtesy of an intercept from Phoenix Murphy.
Yeah, it's like the Knights don't want the ball. They just want to give it to Melbourne's hands, but that's what you don't want to do. Melbourne thrive when they've got the ball in their hands, and what an opportunity they've got.
Oh, take it off the ball. Phoenix Murphy and Mason Remy will try and barge across the line. Will be held up. But this is a prime look for the Storm, the home side, looking to get the first points on the board. And tacklers there to hold him at the line, so Newcastle back foot on the goal line. We'll see how they can go. They only conceded 1 try last week against Canberra. They'll be hoping to replicate that defensive performance they put up in tonight's game. It's going to be a tough one as Will Kay gets an inside ball off the noggin of Logan Guys, but Guys will just juggle it and hold on. 5th and last now, the Storm. They're winding up for the kick. Where are they going to go? Trey Bonsakahu's there. Trey Bonsakahu sends it high. Rashford's waiting. Jack Jimmy comes down with it, and they will hold him up to stop him from putting the ball down and turning pressure into points, Tyrone. Clutch stuff there from Newcastle.
Yeah, that was just resilience from the Newcastle Knights. They just knew and waited for Jack Jimmy to get down, and he just tackled him perfectly, and the Knights, they managed to hang on, but it's going to be another task to try and get up the field.
Yeah, and the one thing you've got to like about this Newcastle side is the forward pack. Kodar Diab is there in the front row. You've got John Nanai playing in that lock. You've got Alex Christie in the second row as well. So it's a lot of experience and continuity from these Knights forwards. But for tackle now as they enter inside Melbourne half. Joey June puts a step on, and it'll be taken by Corey Bell and James Storm. 38 metres gained on this set. 5th and last now. The visitors, they go left. They drop it to Butterfield. Butterfield just stabs it towards the corner of Oldfield. Oldfield on the return. Won't get past the first line of defence. And the Newcastle Knights will be hoping to try and repel that kick return that the Storm can often punish oppositions with. As we see Will Kay gets a line break now, shy of the halfway, but it's a good run. 3rd tackle on your Monday night footy clash. It is brought to you by TBC Live, and what a game it is. The bright lights of Melbourne, they are shining here on primetime. Lee Simon hits the brakes, and he's got a bit of space on the wing, gets past Corey Bell, but he's taken by TBK. And great stuff there from Lee Simon, Tyrone. That'll get the Knights in good position.
Yes, it will, and Lee Simon. Didn't know he had that. I didn't know he had the wheels like that to get past Corey Bell. Great display, and the Knights, they're on the charge.
Great tackle by Corey Bell, but Kodar Diab is 2 metres shy of the line. They go flat ball to Butterfield. Butterfield strolls over for the first points of the game, and the Newcastle Knights draw first blood here at Amy Park. What a try from Butters as we take a look on the TBC Live replay. And Tyrone, that one just looks so easy for him. He found that little bit of space, gets past the Storm defence, and he strolls over for the first try of the evening.
Yeah, that was sensational. It was off the back of the error. Lee Simon getting them up into some good field position. Diab as well, but the Knights, they've looked really good and probably deserve to score the first points of the game and probably deserve to be in the lead, you'd have to say.
Yeah, this is the ideal start that you want, especially playing in Melbourne. It's one of the hardest places to get a win. The travel, especially from Newcastle, it's a bit further than Sydney. So you add another hour to the logistics, and tell you what, they've certainly turned up here, carrying on the form from last week. They'll be looking to replicate that performance. And they are up 6-0. The Knights over the Storm, 13 minutes played. And Josh Butterfield drawing first blood to get the first try of the evening on the board as we get back underway. Kodar Diab off the return, runs it straight at Mason Remy, and a few post-contact meters to be made. And Tyrone, let's talk about this Newcastle side. They're under a new era with Mike Borson's at the helm, Luke Driscoll at vice-captain. And what are your thoughts on them so far? You know, is it too early to tell how good they will be, or you know, have they impressed you enough to think that they're going to be a genuine contender?
I mean, it has only been 2 games, but what we can tell from those 2 games that they can compete with the teams in the SRL, and tonight will be another great showing that they can compete with the best of the best. And maybe if they pick up another win here tonight, you could say that they are up there in the competition. They could be a dark horse.
Yeah, a win against Melbourne will definitely make a statement. And, geez, to go to Amy Park will be one thing in itself. As Phoenix Murphy, a great first half so far. A few line breaks on the touches. As we see left side, Logan Guys takes the run up, taken by Mike Borsons and Alex Christie. Third now, they go midfield. Corey Bell hits the step, just has to get past Pongston. And Corey Bell will get them closer to the line for tackle. The Storm go right. Will Kay, their captain, just takes the contact. Running it at Kodar Diab. 5th and last now. 55 gained on the set for the Storm. Where will they go? What is the plan? They go to TBK and he kicks it straight into his teammate. And that is a soft penalty conceded by the Storm 5'8". And Tyrone, that is just... obviously, it is not what you want to do off the 5th tackle option.
Yeah, that's shooting yourself in the foot. An unforced mistake. You didn't need to do that. And the Knights, they'll be very happy with the result. And the Knights, they might be able to get some good field position. They might be able to score. And that would really rub it in to the Storm's faces. Sorry.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to concede any more turnovers like that. Oh, and they do. So maybe commentators' curse taking effect, but James Thorne just holding down in the ruck. It didn't even look like it was that long for my from up here from my observation, but referee Blake Harris obviously seeing otherwise. So the Newcastle Knights pressure building now. They're shy of the red zone. They've got a full set of 6 coming up. The Newey fans in the southeastern corner, they've packed out the away bay tonight. A lot of coaches being caught from Newcastle, a lot of planes, a lot of tickets, and there you go. They've got the makings of a sold-out Amy Park. The atmosphere is electric, but the visitors, they're the ones with the momentum on their side. They go short to Daniel Punch. Daniel Punch runs it straight at Will Kay, and he'll plant that ball down. They're going to take it to the bunker, but Tyrone, I think that is all grass there on the put down. I think that's a try for Newcastle.
Wow, yeah, no, that's definitely a try. The Knights, they're continuing this hot start. And wow, they're looking good early. And Melbourne, if you're a Melbourne fan, you're getting a little bit nervous. It's probably a bit unexpected, but got to try and get back in the game.
Yeah, the Season 7 Grand Final rematch with the Knights. Currently up 10-0 against the Storm. Kick to come, but Butterfield will slot this one comfortably as he does so, and it'll be 12-0. The visitors are up by 2 scores. 18 minutes played here in the first half. And if you're a Newcastle Knight, you are loving what you're seeing so far, but Tyrone, those penalties really costing the Storm on that drive. That's what led to the points being scored. So they just got to rub that out of their game and just focus on cleaning it up.
Yeah, definitely. And that's probably the reason why they are down. They just need to, as you said, find a way to get the ball, keep the ball and not make any errors. Ooh. And maybe, what a shot. And maybe the bench props coming on soon, maybe they might be able to make a difference. And, well, I think they'll need them to make a difference at this rate.
Yeah, we know how good Newcastle are through the middle. Their forwards are, very physical and staunch, but yeah, maybe a bit of fresh legs will inject a bit of life in the Storm trenches. But Newcastle in 40-20 territory, they might go for it. They go left to Butterfield. Butterfield, shanker kick straight to Mason Remy. And there you go, pressure alleviated. The home side, they get the ball inside Newcastle half with a full set of 6 up their sleeve. Let's see what they can make of it. Logan Guys goes to Manu Farfili, and Farfili is first touch coming off the bench in the pops alongside Hopsgood. As we see Thorne give it to Matty Johns, out to Will Kay. Will Kay will get them inside the red zone with that run. Third tackle, they go left. TBK just takes the tackle. 4th tackle coming up now for the Storm. Where will they go? Numbers both sides. They go left. They give it to Chris Spencer. Reverse inside out play. And Will Kay gives it straight back to the opposition. And they tried to get that play going there, Tyrone. They had the right idea, but the execution just lacking at the end there. And that one gets away from Melbourne.
It does. A bit disappointing. I mean, it would have looked good if it hadn't come off. But unfortunately, it didn't. And now the Knights, they keep Melbourne scoreless, and maybe they might be able to push up the field with the extra plays.
Yeah, Newcastle, they're looking good, aren't they? 3rd tackle inside opposition half. Nathan Anderson off the bench. And the Knights donning their away kits for tonight's game. It would not be mistaken for the West Tigers, but maybe it's a bit of a foreshadowing to the hard work they want to put in tonight, wearing the high-vis kits. As we see Butterfield give a stab towards the corner of Oldfield, and Oldfield, I don't know what he was doing on that play, He hit a Yui and realised he was going the wrong way. I'm sure Luke Driscoll will have something to say about that play right there. Second tackle now, the Storm. They go to Corey Bell. Corey Bell through the right edge, unable to get through. Wrapped up in a good tackle, and the Storm yet to cross into opposition half off this set. Hopsgood loses meters on the contact. Fourth tackle now. I don't think they'll go for the 40-20. They've got Matty Johns in the deep pocket, but they go to Will Kay. Cut out ball to Logan Guys. And Guys just straightens up on the run. Fifth and last now. Only 22 gained on the set for the home side. They drop it to Trey Bonsakahu. And Bonsakahu doesn't kick it into his teammate that time. It's a great kick, but Lee Simon is there to return it. Wrapped up as soon as he could get good meters going by Chris Spencer and Logan Guys to bring him down. And oh, Mike Borsons, get that in here. Just gets dropped on the head by Manufar Philly. That's probably why you don't want to run it out of Samoan forward. Third tackle now, and the Knights struggling to make meters on this set. As they go to their captain, Borsons will have another run. He's not afraid. He'll get his get back on that contact. Fourth tackle, they might go for it. Oh, John Nanai just shanks it straight to Phoenix Murphy and Tyrone. The kicking game for both teams. Maybe it's the rain, maybe it's the torrential downpour, but it is just not. It is not hitting the boot the way they'd like to.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree. And maybe in that case, if that's happening, just run the ball. We've seen the Knights do it so well. Butterfield took a run himself and scored. So maybe the way isn't to kick the ball tonight. It's just run the ball. Run it and you might get something.
As James Thorne from dummy half gets a good ball out to Logan Guys. Finds him on the flat. Fifth and last now, the Storm. Inside the red zone, they go to TBK. TBK will send it high. Who's going to be there? Lee Simon's waiting for it, and Lee Simon wins the contest. He gets driven back on the return, but that's some great stuff there from Lee Simon. A clutch take inside the red zone. And Melbourne yet to score any points with just under half an hour played on your Monday night footy clash. And Nathan Anderson now takes the contact there. Third tackle, the Knights looking a bit stagnant on attack, but there you go. Give it to Borsons. You might be able to do something with it. But James Thorne there to bring him down at the 40. Oh, and someone's in the way. Oh, and it ricochets off the boot. I don't know how it hasn't been called knock on, but referee ruling play on. Another one of those moments proudly brought to you by Rugby League Live 4. Fifth and last now, Josh Butterfield. He'll try and go for the corner, but it's very short. Oldfield's on the return. Oldfield will try and split the defence. He hits a goosey on Don Ponkston. And that's a great run from Maverick Oldfield.
It is, and unfortunate not to score. The rest of the Knights team there in defence, but now the Storm, they're hitting their stride. Hopefully they're trying to make their way. They're trying to score their first points of the game. And if they do so here, the game's back on for sure.
And a great ball there. Oh, geez, TBK. He just gets sent almost 6 feet under, but he plays the ball. Will Kay. Oh, gets a draw pass out to Hopsgood. Hopsgood is going to try and barge over the line. Hopsgood, I think he's got the ball down, but they're going to send it to the bunker. And Tyrone will have to take a look at the replay here. And Hopsgood, he's got that ball down. First points of the night for the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, great play, and what a play to score. Hopsgood, Jahu, just brilliant work to score, and the Storm finally get points on the board, and wow, they needed that.
Yeah, they really did, and now they finally got that one out of the way. They'll be looking to replicate it with a few more, but the Knights, they've been very, very staunch tonight. And TBK, his first conversion of the evening is good to make it 6-12. The Newcastle Knights still up by 6, but the Storm finally find their first points of the evening here at a sold-out Amy Park. I spoke about it before, both teams undefeated to start off round 3. Who is going to walk away undefeated and who is going to drop their first game here tonight? Stay tuned on SRL TV. We've still got plenty of footy left to be played as Josh Butterfield will send it downfield to get us back on the way. And Phoenix Murphy just runs it straight off the back fence, finds a bit of space, weaves in and out of the fence. And that is a great run from Phoenix Murphy. What a half they are having here in this game. And with that run alone, gets him shy of the 40. Hopsgood, big bump off. just has to get past Don Ponkston, offload away to James Thorne. And that is a great run from Hopsy. Second now, cut out ball to Logan Guys. He'll try and hit the gap, but he'll be read well there by Alex Christie. And Mike Borson's there to join the cover tackle. Third now, they'll play the ball shy of the 30, inside Newey half. They go out to Corey Bell. Corey Bell shrugs off one, tries to get past Ponkston, and Ponkston will cling to him. Fourth tackle now. Where are they going to go, Melbourne? They go to TBK. Inside ball to Manu Fa'afili. Bump off. Try time for the Storm. And Manu Fa'afili. What a try there from him. Shout out to Maoso. That was a huge bump off tackle. And he just made them pay on that one, Tyrone. Great stuff there from the Storm.
Oh, the way they marched out off the field. It started with the run off the kickoff. And now the try. Melbourne, we know they're going to be electric when they get multiple tries in a row. They have done that, and they're going to try and level the game here. Oh, what a turnaround for the Storm.
Yeah, they were just charged up on that set. Courtesy of Phoenix Murphy off that first run, putting in a bit of agility on display there. He weaved in and out of defenders and got them shy of the 40. And then Hopsgood with the big break through the middle. Corey Bell on the left wing, and just to give it inside to Manu Fa'afili, all he had to do was line it up, run it straight. And the big Samoan representative gets the Storm level. 12-all is the score. 33 minutes played on your Monday night footy game. And what a game it has been. This is what we expected from both sides. It is a tussle. It is an arm wrestle out there. And you can tell how much it means to them. But we will see who does it mean more to. Will it be the Knights or will it be the Storm? First tackle, Phoenix Murphy, they give it out. And he'll just be wrapped up. In front of the 30 they go. Second tackle now, the Storm goes short side to Hopsgood. And Hopsgood just gets dropped like he owes money. What a hit there from the Knights. And the Storm shifted out to Corey Bell. Corey Bell driven into the turf, shy of the halfway line. They play the ball, fourth tackle. James Thorne. They go to Johns, out to Hopsgood once again. And Hopsgood, he won't get dropped that time, but he will be brought down in a tackle. Fifth and last now. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half from Amy Park as Matty Johns goes towards the corner of Miko Rashford. Catches it backwards, turns around, hits the gas, and he'll be brought down in front of the 30. But that's a good return there from Miko Rashford, and he scored a double last week, Tyrone. We got to expect him to be an X factor, but the Storm have contained him so far in this first half.
They have, and that is great work from them. They know the Knights' dangerous players. They have stopped them so far, but there's just a couple other players that they need to stop. They need to stop everyone, and that's probably the reason why they aren't winning. And they can do that, or what a game it's going to be.
Yeah, they might be able to, I was going to say, get a good line break there from Don Ponkston, but he's wrapped up. Fifth and last, watch out for the kick return. They might go to Kobe Kelly's wing, and that's what they'll do. Mike Borson sends it downfield. Kelly's waiting for it. Kelly winds it up, and Lee Simon just digs his shoulder straight into his gut and won't let him get any further. First tackle off the return, the Storm now. They go through Manu Fa'afili, and Fa'afili, few press contact meters, and he stops shy of the 30-second tackle now. The Storm shift it left. Oh, and it's off the noggin, but the referee will play on. A Falcon there. They might drag him into touch. Logan Guys, by the thinnest of margins, manages to stay inside. But there you go. Through Hopsgood. Another big line break. Offload to Will Kay. And what a stint from Hopsgood. He is bringing a lot of impact off the bench, and that's what you want to see. Fourth tackle now, the Storm. Can they get points on the board before halftime? They go to Logan Guys. Guys will just take the contact. They'll hold him down a bit. Fifth and last now. Where will they go? The Storm drop it to TBK. TBK grubber, and it's picked up straight away from Ben Dishwasher. And Dishwasher there to clean it up, Tyrone. It was looking dangerous, but Dishwasher in the way to stop that pressure from turning into potential points.
Yeah, and Hop's good. He's having the greatest 20 minutes of his life. Just making breaks everywhere, even though he's getting smashed as well. Probably been Melbourne's best player since coming on the field, and the reason why they are in this game, and the Knights just want to try and hang on here till halftime.
And John Nanai, line break through the middle. Thought he was going to get the offload away. Diab was in pursuit, but Corey Bell there to bring him down. Great stuff. 5th and last now. 30 seconds remaining. They go to Mike Borsons. Borsons to the corner. Kelly is there once again. Kelly will try and get around. He cuts infield, but he's brought down by the Knights skipper. And we've just got 5 seconds left until we go to the break. Stay tuned, because what a game this has been. 12-all is the score. And we will see you in the second half.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
Good evening and welcome back to the second half of your Monday night footy coverage, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. I'm Sonny Tyre here with my good mate Tyrone Clay and Tyrone. What a game we saw in the first half. The Knights scoring the first 2 tries of the game, but the Storm levelling the terms to strike back. And we're heading to this one on level ground to start off the second half.
Yeah, and what great fight back it was from the Storm. It looked like the Knights were all on out, dominating the first sort of 25 minutes of the game, and then the Storm turned it around with 2 quick tries, and now it's a level game. Anything's possible, anything can happen. What a finish this, what a game, what a second half this is going to be.
Yeah, and the Storm, they've got a bit of momentum heading off the back of those 2 tries they scored. But let's see what they can do with it. Home field advantage in their favour as James Thorne, I think it was, goes towards Don Ponkston on the kick. Ponkston steps one, but it'll be wrapped up by Corey Bell. And Kane Nelson, I think, as well, there to join the cover tackle first now. The Knights, good position with 5 tackles up their sleeve. They go to Nathan Macquarie. And Nat Macquarie, first run of the game for the rookie. They get to the 30 through their captain, Mike Borsons. Yet to cross the red zone. Maybe they'll do it off this play right here. Joey June tries to get going on the left edge, but taken quick and brought down for tackle now. The Knights, they go left. Butterfield. Oh, I don't know how that hasn't been called. That should be a turnover, but they're going to drag him out into touch. No, he stays in. The touch is right there, and he has not seen anything to call there, but they'll send it on the 5th, and Kobe Kelly saves that one. That could have been ugly for the Storm, Tyrone. They probably should have had the footy, but they've got the footy back, and at least they've got 6 tackles coming off the 20.
Yeah, very lucky, and the Storm will be grateful for that, and now they'll look to maybe try and pounce on something.
Yeah, and they've got 5 tackles to do it. First one there, Wilmot gets him in front of the halfway line. Now inside Newcastle half, they go to Matty Johns. Potentially his final game as a Storm alumni. Been hearing reports he's been missing a couple training sessions, so we'll have to wait and see how that develops. There's Trey Bonsakahu off the left edge. Not much doing on this set. And Will Kay just gives an ordinary pass to Ryan Wilmot, but Wilmot doing a great job to hold on to it. 5th and last now. The home side drop it to Matty Johns, and they go towards the corner of the Rash. Miko Rashford steps in field, tries to get through, shrugs one off. Won't get past Corey Bell. That was a great return from Rashford. And Tyrone, for this Knights side, what do you think has been the standout points for them? What have you liked about their game from the first half?
The Knights, yeah, they've been able to work as a team, really. I think their forward pack has really stood out. John Nanai, Mike Borsons in the halves as well. And I think they've just been working well as a team, and that's one of the main reasons why they're in this game. They're playing really well, and they're putting up a fight here.
Yeah, and they're in good field position now. What can they do with the kick? Butterfield sends it high, equipped with it, off the return. Gets a good run there, but shy of the 20. At least he got the take. The kicking for tonight, it hasn't been all the best, but who am I to criticize the kicking game? As we see Will K, big fend off, don't argue, gets him a line break through to Dom Ponkston, who's waiting for him. And he's out of position now. They'll try and expose the line. They'll go out to Matty Johns. I thought Bowser was going to put a step on. But they officially approach Newcastle half now through Kane Nielsen. Will be playing in at the 12 spot. Manu Fa'afili at the 11 spot. They play the ball now. Melbourne go to right. Go right to Matty Johns. Matty Johns to the corner of Rashford. Rashford on the return. Jeez. My tongue is just getting all... Oh, jeez. You know what? I better stop right there. I don't want another sus bomb being dropped. Luke Driscoll off the return now. Second tackle and the Knights. Let's see what they can do off this set. They got a Nanai. Big don't argue on Will K. And the two lock forwards. They've been doing battle all night. Hard to say who's really had the upper hand in that regard, but you always got to like the battle of the locks, the fullbacks. They're usually the two key matchups. As we see them shift at left now. Macquarie out to Rashford. Rashford brought down by the coattails, fifth and last. Where will they go here, the visitors? They got numbers on the right. They go in the deep pocket to John Nanai, and the big fella will just send it downfield. Corey Bell forced to return it, nearly from his own in goal. And he's wrapped up there. Tyrone, first 10 minutes of the second half, and both teams just in a stalemate at the moment.
Yeah, they are, and it's going to be tough to break out of this stalemate, but I think it's going to come down to both the fullbacks, Corey Bell and Dom Ponkston. I think one of them will find a way to inject themselves into the game and hopefully try and get their side the victory tonight.
Yeah, and good run there from Morgan, guys. Gets him to the other side of the field. They go short to Fa'afili. Cut out ball to Kobe Kelly. And Kobe Kelly wrapped up once again by Lee Simon. And Simon has not let much, if anything, get past them tonight. It's been a solid defensive performance. And TBK, another shanker kick straight to Alex Christie. Not the best night on the boot for TBK. I can empathise. But what we do know is the Knights have some good position coming up early in the set. Second tackle, Macquarie gets him into their half. The Knights play the ball left, short ball to Butterfield, into Luke Driscoll. Luke Driscoll on the right edge, tries to get the offload away. Maybe Corey Bell forcing the ball out off that tackle. And Kane Nielsen there to pick it up. Pressure alleviated for the Storm there. Tyrone and Oldfield just gets folded on that hit by Macquarie.
Everyone's getting hit, everyone's throwing the ball away, turning it over. They just don't want it, or they just want to play with fire, it looks like. And both teams are not afraid to do anything, but what a game. And what a finish this is going to be if they keep this up.
Yeah, you just cannot separate the two at the moment. It is a very close game, and that's what you like on your Monday night footy. You want to see a competitive battle. The primetime action here, and Nico Rashford tries to get going through the left wing, but he's been held relatively quiet as well. So both teams emphasising stopping the kick return. And that's what's kept it at a 12-all margin so far. 54 minutes played as the Knights shifted to Daniel Punch. Daniel Punch finds space on the right edge. And he's wrapped up there by Corey Bell. But third tackle just shy of the red zone. The Knights looking to score the first points of the second half. Macquarie stuck his head through, but he's driven back by James Thorne. Fourth tackle now. They'll just watch it and they'll play the ball eventually. Luke Driscoll will take the run up. 12 short of the line. 75 gained on this set. Fifth and last. The visitors drop it in the pocket. Butterfield sends it high. Who's going to be there to take it? Oldfield jumps up. It's a tap back. Dom Ponkston will score the first try of the second half. And the Newcastle Knights retake the lead, Tyrone. And who else but this man, Dom Ponkston?
Well, I did say it would be one of the fullbacks to get their team in the lead, try and win the game. And Dom Ponkston, he does exactly that. He injects himself with life and injects his team with life. And now the Knights, they take the lead once again. And they'll try and look to hold on to it for as long as they can.
And Butterfield, a lot of pressure off this conversion in the rain. He tries to slot it, but it fades left. And that'll make it a 16-12 lead. Up by 4 points, the Newcastle Knights. What a statement they are making. But could that missed kick prove fatal for them at the end? Points have been hard to come by in this game. And especially against a team like the Storm. You want to maximise your opportunities. You want to maximise your scoring. But they do hold the lead, and I don't think they'll be complaining too much, Tyrone. The Knights have really turned up, and they are putting up a fight. They are giving the Storm a run for their money.
Yes, they are, and I think it's taken them by a bit of surprise as Knights. They're playing some good footy. They've played good footy all year, but now, today, they've just turned it up another level. And wow, they're playing some good footy. Maybe they can hopefully they can keep this up. In Melbourne, they will be a little bit nervous in these last few minutes.
Yeah, the tensions are certainly high and so thick you could cut it with a knife here at Amy Park, the home crowd. They've lost a bit of voice now. They are down on the scoreboard, but they are well within the fight as John Nanai sends it downfield. Kobe Kelly will run back to take it. From his own in goal he goes, tries to split the defence, and once again they get to him straight away off the return. He hasn't been able to break open that side of the field too much. And probably the game plan that they set in motion to stop this lethal attack of the Storm outside backs, and if you can minimise that and make the game be played through the middle, then that, in my opinion, works well for Newcastle's favour, because they've got a great forward pack, a lot of power, and we'll see if that can nullify the Storm's forward pack as we see TBK with a crossfield kick. Rashford, he boots that one back to Sadler. Bit unorthodox there, but Nico Rashford didn't want to risk playing at it. Instead, he'll just give a tiki-taka out to Bradley, Bo Sadler. And the Knights now, second tackle, shy of the halfway. And Vice-Captain Luke Driscoll, he's been a workhorse in this game. A lot of runs and a lot of touches on the footy. As we see Nano reverse inside our play, and that tackle needed to be made there. Great stuff from Matty Johns, I think it was. So we see the Knights shift it left, and Driscoll once again on this set takes the run. Fifth and last now. Where will they go? Newcastle shifted in the pocket to Nanai, and Nanai will go towards the corner of Kobe Kelly. Kelly's been targeted a lot tonight. Can he make them pay this time? Gets around one. Won't get past on Ponkston. But that's a great return to alleviate a bit of space and get some breathing room for this Melbourne side, Tyrone, that has just... they've seemed to be contained for a lot of this game by this Newcastle defence.
Yeah, but that comes down to great work from the Knights. We've seen they can do it. We've seen they can hold teams to low scores, and so far they're doing a really good job of holding what is one of the better attacks in this competition down, and just great play. And maybe
what a run by Nilsson!
Whoa.
Nilsson sneaks through the right edge, and Nilsson goes under the post to get the first points of the game for the Storm in the second half. And what a run there from Kane Nilsson, Tyrone. I had my eyes turned away from the screen for just a split second. By the time I looked up, Kane Nilsson was off and gone. And that one will get the Storm in position to retake the lead. Kick to come.
Yeah, just great work there. Just the defence is a little bit off, but that's all that you need if you're the Melbourne Storm. They get over and they'll look to take the lead. And what a finish this is going to be, Sonny.
Yeah, what a finish this is going to be. Do not go anywhere. Your Monday Night Footy Clash on SRL TV, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. It is the home side, the Melbourne Storm, with an 18-16 lead. 62 minutes played here from Amy Park. And now the Slater stand up in full voice. The flags are going, the drums are beating, and this is going to set the stage for a tight finish in this round 3 clash to headline your Monday Night Footy. What a game this has been, and what another 17 or 16 or so minutes that we have left in this one. Both teams are leaving it all out on the field, And who is going to come away the victors? Who are going to come away with the bragging rights to keep their season undefeated? As we see Mason Remy take the tackle. Second now, the Storm shifted to Manu Fa'afili. And Fa'afili driven down in a two-man tackle. Third now for the Storm. It has not stopped raining all night. You can hear the thunderstorm in the background, and that is the weather that's been on here tonight in Melbourne. And tough conditions. It's always a tough road game. And oh, mistake there. Mason Remy drops his lollies cold. And that is a huge turnover for the Knights, Tyrone. Full set of 6 inside opposition half.
Oh, you don't want to give away that until the Storm.
And it's a penalty.
They give away a penalty.
They're not going to go for the 2. Mike Borsons, he's going to go aggressive. They're going to send it downfield, kick for touch. And they're going to have a full set of 6 inside the red zone, Tyrone. Let's see what the Knights can do. Bo Sadler taps the ball. Let's get it going. Luke Driscoll takes the first tackle off the set. About 4 meters shy of the line. They go left. No, they go right. Inside to Borsons. Borsons lines it up. And he'll be held up there in the 2-man. Second tackle now. Newcastle. Cut out ball to Driscoll. He'll be driven back. Loses a couple meters on the play. Third tackle. Where can the visitors go from here? They shift it left. Cut out ball. Dom Ponkston. Dom Ponkston scores. And the Newcastle Knights reply with a try of their own. Second of the night for Dom Ponkston. 2 in the second half. And Tyrone, the visitors, they have struck back with points. And what a play there from Dom Ponkston.
Oh, superstar. We know what he can do. And he has just shown it on the field. Absolutely great play. And he's managed to get his team back in front yet again. And this game just seems to be a yo-yo. You take the lead, I take the lead. And the Knights, they do convert. And oh, what a finish. If we didn't say it earlier, it's now an even better finish.
Yeah, the visitors are up by 4 points. 22-18. The Knights lead the Storm. Just under 14 minutes remaining in this second half. And the Newcastle Knights, their fans, they are loving what they're seeing. This is a good test to see how they measure against quality sides like the Storm. And geez, they hold a 4-point lead. If they can just hold on to it for another 13 or so minutes, they could come away with a huge upset win here. And what a statement that would make to the rest of the league. What a statement that would make to the Melbourne Storm. Their first home game of the season. And they're still well within reach. The Knights can't get complacent. And I'm sure they're very well aware of that. And the Storm will be looking for a chance to try and counter as Dom Ponkston gets past Fa'afili. Brought down by Corey Bell at the halfway line. Bell's out of position. Will they try and exploit the gap? They go through Bradley Parks, and Bradley Parks just winds it up. Brought down inside Storm half at the 40, 5th and last now. Bit of a slow play the ball. They've got numbers on both sides. They go left pocket. Josh Butterfield. Short stab to Maverick Oldfield. On the return, Maverick Oldfield steps one. But he's brought down by Butters. And that's a good place to start this set now. They go through Corey Bell. Corey Bell through the right edge. Brought down by his opposing fullback. Second now, the Storm will play the ball about 34 metres from the try line. They go to Manu Fa'afili. Fa'afili just winds it up. Third tackle now. Where will they go? Right side to TBK. Out to Corey Bell. Corey Bell hits the step. Cuts in field. Corey Bell. And the Storm are back on the board. What a sequence of plays. What a try from Corey Bell. Looks at Ponkston and says, anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, that was brilliant. Corey Bell putting his team on his back. Gets past the vice-captain Luke Driscoll. Ponkston turned inside out. He didn't know where he was going. Corey Bell scores, and it looks like yet again we're going to have another lead change. The Melbourne Storm. Only 10 minutes to go. Anything's still possible at this rate.
Yeah, Tyrone, anything is possible, and that game has showed us so. As TBK slots it to the applause of the Amy Park crowd, the Storm, they regather the lead 24-22. And strap yourselves in. Do not go anywhere, folks, because this is going to be a finish that you do not want to miss. Can the visitors come back and bring home an upset victory on the road, or will the Storm assert their dominance and start the season 2-0, coming off the back of a bye and a crucial road win against the Sharks in round 1. This is it, the final 10 minutes of your Monday night footy game as they swing it out to Jack Jimmy. Jack Jimmy through the middle, and he'll get some good post-contact meters off the contact. First now the Storm. Where will they go? They go left. Cut out ball to Far Philly. Far Philly will just take the tackle. Christie there to bring him down. Second now for the Knights. For the Storm. Bit of a slow play the ball on that one. They go to TBK. Inside to Wilmot. Wilmot dragged back and driven down in the tackle. Third now. Where will they go, the Storm? They go right. Cut out ball to Kane Nielsen. And Nielsen winds it up at Diab. Kodar Diab will take him down. They're in 40-20 range. They might go for it. Trey Bonsakahu. And it's another one that goes short, but they're going to let it bounce. Joey June on the return. And Tyrone TBK, the kicking game hasn't been his best tonight. That puts a bit of pressure on his Storm boys as we see Bradley Parks. And it's stripped out. Corey Bell forces the ball loose. And what a clutch play there from the Storm fullback, Tyrone. That could be a moment that saves the game for the Storm.
Oh, that was sensational. Corey Bell stepping up. And Corey Bell putting his team on his back again. Just played really well. And the Storm, not long to go now. They're going to try and hold. So I was trying to say, the Storm, they can try and hold on. It's going to be a tough challenge though, the Knights. They'll be looking to come out at 100 miles an hour. And suddenly we're going to have a blockbuster on here.
Yeah, my apologies for the Holton action. And it's forced strip. It's a strip there from Dom Ponkston. And he gets one back on Corey Bell. And that is another clutch play there. What a finish this has been. We've still got 6 minutes to go. And Corey Bell, he got the earlier strip tackle that forced the ball loose off the previous set. And Dom Ponkston doing the same. They shifted out. Miko Rashford offload to Joey June. Joey June, he gets past Corey Bell. And Joey June, he has scored the go-ahead try for the Newcastle Knights. What a sequence of plays. And the visitors, they have gone up and they have scored the reply try, courtesy of Joey June. What a play. Tyrone, describe that magic to us. That was brilliance from the Newcastle Knights.
Well, there's no way to describe it. That's probably one of the best plays you're going to see this season. My goodness. Joey June on the end of it. They just tried to throw it around. The Knights, they get on the board. They take a 4-point lead and they take the advantage. And with only 5 minutes to go, the Storm, they need something here.
Oh, that was brilliant stuff from the Knights. I nearly lost my voice calling that play, but geez, what a run there from Joey June. I thought they were going to shut that play down, but he got past Corey Bell, caught him awkwardly, and once he had that space, he just hit the afterburners. And now the visitors are up by 4 points. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Are they going to come away with an upset road win over the Storm? Dom Ponkston gets a line break through the right edge. And they are looking to upset the league with a win here tonight. The Newcastle Knights through Daniel Punch. He might go through untouched, shrugs off one. And what a play there. The Newcastle Knights inside the red zone. If they score a try here, that will be game. They're going to look to put the dagger in the hearts of the Storm faithful right here on this set. They go inside to Luke Driscoll. The vice-captain takes the contact. Fifth and last coming up. This could be the biggest play of the game. Who's going to come up with it? They go short to Butterfield. Grubber. Ponkston seals the game. And Ponkston scores a hat-trick to break the hearts of the Amy Park crowd. And the Newcastle Knights, Tyrone, they are in Wonderland. They are going to start this season 3-0, undefeated in the Mike Borson's era.
Oh my goodness. The Knights. Dom Ponkston gets himself a hat-trick, stands up for his team. Mike Borson stoked. Oh, as you said, they're in dreamland. They're in Wonderland. They're on the top of the world. They're gonna be 3 from 3 in Melbourne. They lose their first game of the season, their first home game of the season. But the Knights on top of the world.
And rightfully so. What a fight they have put up. I myself did not think they were going to be able to win this game. And that is just all down to the class of the Storm. We know what they're capable of. They're one of the most consistent, successful teams in the SRL in recent history. But the Newcastle Knights, Mike Borsons, what a job he has done leading this Newey side. 3-0 to start the season, and they will be firmly towards the top of the ladder at the end of this round. And they are getting a standing ovation from the Newey faithful that have made the trip down from Newcastle and the Hunter region to witness this game. A dummy there from Mike Borsons. They're having a bit of fun now. They are up by 10, 34-24. And for the Storm, Tyrone, what do you think they have to do to bounce back next week?
I think they just have to try and get rid of their errors. That's the main reason why they lost tonight. They just gave away too many errors. They gave the ball too many times to the Knights, including their kicking game. I think their kicking game was poor. TBK had a shocker. So it'll be something to go back and look at, but you have to tip your hat off to the Knights.
Yeah, what a performance. This is going to be a victory that they will remember for a long time. This is the game that firmly puts them on the map, in my opinion. I know it's only been 3 rounds, but what a start. And don't forget the Knights last season, they did start 5-1 before eventually losing 6 games on the trot to finish 5-7. Or 5-8 it might have been actually. So they'll be hoping that doesn't replicate this season. But tonight it will be the Knights with a gutsy road win over the Melbourne Storm, 34-24. Your full-time score from Amy Park and Borsons, Driscoll, Ponkston. The Newcastle side have stepped up and they have proven a point here tonight. And Tyrone, what a game as we take a look at the stats. Proudly brought to you by TBC Live. And what a performance from both teams. But it was the visitors coming away with the win. Corey Bell, Manufar Philly, Hopsgood and Kane Nielsen over for the Storm. Ponkston with a hat-trick, Daniel Punch, Joshua Butterfield and Joey June over for the Knights. 53% possession for the visitors. 26 from 29 completions compared to Melbourne's 17 from 22. 3 errors from the Knights, 8 from Melbourne, and 3 penalties conceded as well from the home side. Tackles on par, 169 to 167 for the Knights. Missed tackles, 33 Melbourne, 21 Newcastle. And line breaks, 28 Melbourne, 32 for Newcastle. But Tyrone, I mean, the ball security and the completions, that's what really marred the Storm's performance tonight. Look at those errors and those penalties conceded to the Knights. And yeah, it was just a clean display of footy from Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what they pride themselves on, really. They pride themselves on good, clean football. And it worked tonight yet again, getting the win and keeping. I mean, the Storm still scored 24 points, but they ended up still winning the game, but 3-0, and what a performance. You have to give them credit.
As we scroll over to the player stats, and we will start with the Storm. James Storm, 33 tackles, only 1 missed. He had a kick in there as well, leading the run meters. Corey Bell, 158, 17 tackles, 0 missed with 7 line breaks and a try. Manufar Philly, 124 run meters, 11 tackles, missed a few, but he had a couple line breaks with a try to his name. Will Kay as well, 124 run meters, 18 tackles, with 2 tackle breaks and 2 line breaks, a try assist to his name. But yeah, I mean, we spoke about the kicking game, Tyrone, and TBK, 5 kicks for 84 meters, wasn't his best night. He did have a couple try assists, but off the boot, it just wasn't the way he wanted it to go.
Yeah, and I think it wasn't just him tonight. I think a few other players didn't have the greatest games off the boot tonight, so it'll be one to look out for next week, seeing if TBK can come back from that. But other than that, he had an alright game, as you said, 2 try assists, and they'll reflect on it and move to next week.
Yeah, and just a quick honourable mention to Hopsgood. 72 run meters in 18 minutes, but he had 3 line breaks, a few big bump offs and contact, and he also got a try, so good on Hopsy. And yeah, the Storm will be looking to bounce back next week. I think they do take on the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll move on to the winning side, and that is the Newcastle Knights.
Knights. What a performance. Dom Pongston leading by example. 180 metres, 9 line breaks, a hat-trick. You can't get much better than that from your star fullback. Both Sadler also having a good game in there. 2 try assists. Punch through the middle. I thought it was probably one of their best forwards, Sonny. You'd have to agree nearly. Just an incredible performance. Driscoll up there as well. And Sonny, anyone else you want to mention?
I thought Kota Diab did really well. 115 run meters in 40 minutes. He was in and amongst the action. I thought John Nanai was pretty key as well. He got a few big bump offs and fends out. But yeah, Lee Simon, I thought defensively he was clutch. It felt like he was stopping Kobe Kelly on almost every return. He had 3 tackles and 3 missed tackles, but it just didn't feel like that. They really contained the return game of the Storm. And yeah, honourable mention to Carlo Talangi. 1 run for 2 meters, but he had a few tackles in there as well. But yeah, what a start for the Knights, 3-0. I didn't see it coming. I didn't think they were going to win tonight, but they have just pulled one out of the bag, and they deserved it tonight, Tyra. And I think the Knights were the better side when we talk about momentum. And obviously looking at the stats, they held on to the ball, they completed their sets, and it was like a battle out there. They really wore the Storm down and got into their heads, and right at the end, what a try it was to Dom Pongston to seal it and send it home to start the Knights undefeated in Season 9.
Yeah, it was great work, and Butters also. Yeah, it was just brilliant work. Can't say anything else. Congrats.
And we will look ahead to tomorrow's game, Tuesday, 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. It'll be the top of the table clash between the Rabbitohs and the Tigers without Eli Barnes. Can they do it? Will the new boys on the block remain undefeated, or will it be the Rabbitohs maintaining their undefeated form and the spot at the top of the ladder? Tune back in tomorrow to witness your Tuesday round 3 games. But until then, myself, Sonny Tyre, signing off here with Tyrone Clay. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the SRL TV coverage. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you back here tomorrow for more SRL TV action.